Let's do some top that trade. Our favorite players are on deck. Knuckman, the chief market strategist at bullseyeoption.com, and Flynn, a Fox Business Network News contributor. Round number one, guys. Spring frost or flowers? Is it too early to plant yourself in stock bargains? The rule of thumb is no flower planting until after Mother's Day.
Well, I think it's time to plant some seeds. Now, what I would look at is maybe not be too aggressive, but a half position. A lot of these big stocks that people have been waiting to buy have pulled back. You've got Microsoft down 14%, Google down 20%, Apple down 17%. So, maybe put in a half position on those. And if it goes lower, then you can add a second half. And if it goes up only with half the position, you still have some.
I think it's time for a spring fling, right? We've had this 10% correction. Stocks are on sale. It reminds me of the old joke, right? How do you get an elephant on top of a tree? You put them on an acorn and you water them every day, right? So, no, the same thing with the stocks. When they're down 10%, it's time to water them because they're going to start springing up in the spring. Give them a little sunshine and a little freedom, and they're going to be on their way.
And these companies haven't forgot how to make money. Microsoft made $24 billion last quarter, Google $23 billion, and Apple made $36 billion of pure profit for the quarter. So that hasn't changed.
Round two, fast and furious. Copper and gold are at record highs. Which metal hits the pedal from here?
I think copper, we said this on the show a long time ago, that we thought that copper had the ability to double in price. It's more than done that, and we think it could double again. I think if you look over the long term, even though gold is at historic highs, we think copper has a lot more upside. Why is that? Because if you look at the demand for copper, we don't have enough, and this is going to be a market that may end up like we've seen recently in coffee and cocoa. Once we get into uncharted territory, copper prices could absolutely explode. Freeport-McMoRan is a stock that nobody's loved. They're the biggest copper producer in the world, but finally that stock looks like it's bottom, so you might want to buy that because that could double in price as well.
Exactly. That was the stock I was going to look at. It's down 10% for the year, and it's 30% off its May top. So it's got a lot of upside in that stock. And we talked about how GDX was a way to play gold because gold continues to make new highs. And now GDX is caught up, where the miners are catching up. So look for the mine, the Freeport-McMoRan mine, to play catch up to copper, which broke out from 4 to 5. That target's 6, which is about 20% higher.
Round three, treats too sweet. With a jump in chip and cookie prices, pick a snack stock that makes you want to nibble.
You've seen Coke. We talked about that a couple months ago, and that had a big surge. We made some money there. Mondelez has been between 60 and 80. They used to be Kraft, and they're down to 64 right now. So we've been trading this range for 4 years. I think I like the risk reward. But Utz, UTZ, potato chips. It's down at $13. It's been trading between 13 and 15, making a bottom base, and then it could bounce up to that range top at 20. UTZ, salty chips.
I like that as well. But you know what? Let's stand up against rising prices of cocoa and chocolate. Let's make a stand. I would recommend that you buy Girl Scout cookies. It's this time of year right now. I'm seeing them on the corner. So if you want to make a really good investment, help the Girl Scouts buy some cookies.
On to the bonus round question for today. March Madness is back in action. It's expected to bring in nearly $1 billion in revenue. Some of that money will go to the men's teams, but what about the women? Are those teams compensated?
Yes, for the first time in history.
I would agree with that. I would agree with that, and it very well deserved, right? And look at all the years that these guys didn't get paid and the universities got rich. Heck, they should have got free college.
Nothing but net. You are both living your best hoop dreams. The answer is yes. For the first time, the ladies will be compensated. We cheer you guys on. Business First Day, and we'll be right back.